experience is going to be different. And one of them is a parent of two children with sickle cell disease. And so, again, one of the reasons for introducing this is that even though we talked a whole lot these 2 days about the culture, the politics of pain, what it means, disenfranchisement, just what people aren't doing, I think that they are a testimony to this whole experience of writing down your experience. Good and bad, positive and negative. When you're basically on the edge, you will hear a lot of people say, you know what, I had a near fatal experience. I'm sure that many people in here who have sickle cell disease or who are parents can say, my son or daughter, or you can claim for yourself, I had a near fatal experience. Everyone, I think most of us understand, what that may mean. And I'm really proud that they were able to journal through that particular experience and or two. So, without much further ado, I would actually like each author to be able to introduce themselves, and they can talk about the book and that experience. We're going to begin with P.L. and Jones. And I believe you guys should each have okay, is this one working? Was it working? And can you check that one actually? Yes. This is working. So when you speak, you have to put it right here, otherwise you won't be able to hear it.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here. It's funny, I wrote a book called I Only Cry at Night, but it's really, okay, can you hear? I wrote a book that's called I Only Cry at Night, but in actuality, I cry every time I read it. And it's because my experiences of living with sickle cell are in here. And so these are all real life emotions, they're real life experiences, and when I reread them, it brings all that back. And so I thought I should name this I Only Cry when I read this. So I have sickle cell SC, and I live in Los Angeles. I have 2 children, and I'm married. And I thank God for my caregiver because he has sat in many emergency room chairs and slept in chairs. But pretty much, I'm grateful to have this opportunity to speak with you guys. I just let everybody know I had a stroke in 2014, so sometimes I have hiccups in my thoughts. And it's all okay because I'm well. So I just wanted to, if I could just read a little bit, because when I read something today, it reminded me of those emotions, and that kind of emphasizes the point of journaling and getting those emotions out and healing yourself psychologically and physically from letting that stuff out. This is just a real quick blurb. During my daughter's birth, the nurse told me to push, and then she bent my head toward my knees. My legs went numb, and I was paralyzed from the hips down. Childbirth was traumatic enough, but now I had to deal with a new baby with no feelings from my waist down. I was scared to death. Doctors came into my room with groups of medical students surrounding my bed. They poked my legs with pins, and I didn't feel, and discussed complications of sickle cell right in front of me. After numerous tests, a neurologist determined I had had a sickle cell crisis during childbirth. and a spinal nerve had been pinched. There was nothing we can do but wait. While my baby sat in the newborn nursery, I started physical therapy. And you can imagine, that was traumatic. That was a traumatic experience, and I looked at my daughter, who's now 35, with children of her own, and I told her, okay, I'm going to read about your story today because those memories are fresh. They're like yesterday. So, and just to end up the story, with physical therapy behind me, I pulled myself up and walked so slowly to the door and then went out of the door. I held onto the rail that was fastened to the wall all the way down to the end. Nurses passing me smiled. "You're doing good," they said as they passed. I moved slowly but determined to make it to the end of the hallway. Each step was a success and one step closer to going home with my new baby. And just to give you a little background, I could not leave the hospital without my new baby. So, and I love what you said about overcoming. And that's a lesson that my book really shows, that we have difficulties in life, but it's how we handle them and how we deal with them and how we fight through them. And so I thank you for this opportunity, and I'll be over to you.
This morning was absolutely a game changer. And everyone that experienced this morning, I think you understand what I mean. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now? Oh, all right. At 73 years of age, please, you don't have to clap. There's not much that I haven't seen, that I haven't experienced. In other words, I know it all. As much as 73 years have been packed into my life. And I'll tell you, all those years, having gone through the various experiences and all, I struggled to find the words to explain to somebody what I was going through. People always want to pin me down and say, well, how long did it take you to write it? And what should I say? You know, should I say a lifetime? And that is what has happened here. I felt like that I got tired of repeating myself, you know, telling others about sickle cell. So I said, wait a minute, I'm going to put it in writing. And while I put, and I did, Living with Sickle Cell, The Struggle to Survive, that was the first book. And I remember selling it, people would read it, and it's almost as if, you know, they read it one time and put it on the shelf. And the questions and comments that I got afterwards made me know that they didn't really read the book. Because, you know, you can always reread something and learn something new that you know, that you didn't learn before. So anyway, I said, wait a minute. So I knew that I had another job to do, okay? And that is, how do I reach the masses? So I went back and tweaked that book, and I came up with Living with Sickle Cell, the Inside Story. The point I wanted to make is sickle cell disease is not what you see, okay? And so wait a minute, who's my targeted audience? I targeted the high school kids, because I didn't want them to just read and put it on the shelf. You got an active audience there. I wanted them to read it and discuss it, okay? But I mean, I had this, you know, everything all mapped out and all until I came here this morning and I listened to the speakers, and I wish that I could run back there and change the title of my book, you know? And if I could change the title of my book, it would be Inside the Mind of a Sickle Cell Patient. And it fits in so well, you have no idea You have no idea as to what I think and as to how I feel. You have no idea as to your strength and the power that you have. I'm talking to all of you. And so I said, well, when we take it to a step further, I said, wait a minute, they're not doing what I want them to do. So I felt like I had to write the curriculum development guide. This is what I want you to get out of this, okay? And so initially I said, well, I'm not going to sell it to the average person here. I want teachers to get this into the hands of teachers. But then I've changed that slightly. I noticed that we have people here, we have nurses, we have doctors, we have heads of departments and all of this. I want you to challenge you, okay? And that is to get inside the mind of a sickle cell patient, number one, and then I want you to look at the curriculum development guide and say to yourself, how can I change minds and behaviors within whatever program that I'm involved with? Because it disturbs me greatly, some of the discussion even yesterday was talking about the behavior of a sickle cell patient, when they go to the hospital. And I said, I think it's so cruel to even attempt to blame the sickle cell patient when they're in such a distressful situation. And says, oh no, you should have combed your hair before you came here, or something. And that is just the wrong place, the wrong time, whatever. And you say, well, okay, now why have I targeted high school kids, okay? Don't you know those are the same people that we're training to be future doctors, training to be future teachers and PhDs and medical professionals, so that's what we want to do, is change behaviors. And so, but it's not going to be done in the hospital room. If somehow or another, I became a teacher, retired teacher, went through the system, sickle cell crisis after crisis, and then of course became a teacher. If I had spoken to any of my kids the way that some nurses and doctors have spoken to us and treated us, they would have thrown me out of that school. So when you run into a problem, it's not how do you solve it. You don't solve it in the hospital room. You go as far away from that patient's room as possible and discuss whatever it is. Because what you don't know the heavy burden that we have on our shoulder. We go in there, you can not understanding what's going on. We have no control over what's going on with our bodies or anything, and you don't know whether you're going to come out alive or not. But this is what's weighing on you, and then someone is going to approach you and someone attack you and do those awful things that they do to you. While I talk, this is my story. I feel like I've told the story of many sickle cell patients in this book. You see? So what we need, more voices, and we need to add to it. You see, this is not the only story. This is not the only way to tell the story. But you need to add to it. And I hope that when you leave here today, never ever will you walk by a high school or drive by a high school and not think about, wait a minute, what is it that they can be doing to change minds and behaviors? So I'm challenging all of you, make sure you get this information out to any high school that you know. You have a second grade child, one day your child's going to be a high school kid. It's up to all of us to change minds and hearts. And this is one way, until you find another way to do it, this is one way that you can do it. So I challenge all of you in your respective positions and all. See what meaning this has for you.
Hi, I'm Sheila Copeland, and I'm a sickle cell patient. I've been for 59 years. Thank you, Jesus. And I'm just going to share a little bit about myself, and I have a book forthcoming with about me. Gosh, it's like, where do you start? From a kid, I love two things in my life. And it's so funny, as I'm working on this book, which is a memoir, I was like, girl, you were possessed. But everything was books and music. And that's how my life began. Books and music. And I can't tell you which one I love more. I love them both. Because when you break it all down, they're stories. Stories with words. One is music, one is just playing. And I'm reading about all this going to the library from 5 years old. When I was a kid, all you had to do was be able to sign your name. You could get a library card. And I lived across the street from the library, so I had to walk past. I lived my school, so I had to walk past the library all the time. Plus, my mom did a great thing. She instilled a love of books in me from such an early age. And I would cart them around the house and beg people to read, because I couldn't read yet. And they finally got tired of me. And I'd go in the corner and because they wouldn't read to me. And I always got to do the kind of person I want to do things for myself, not depend on someone to do it for me. So I learned how to read, and I ran with it. And I read about boarding school when I was 8 years old. Read how to read. And the still small voice speaks to me and comes a cut of my raging sea. So I lift my head to that this confession that endures giving to me. I shall and this is, we talk about journey and I shall live and not die. I shall live and not the negative information to back to the eyes and I shall live and not die. I shall live. I want to fellowship after reading this book. And again, I was 8 years old, and I read about boarding school. I don't know if you know boarding school, I get there, but God was something, and that's why I thank Him for my Christian community, because there is nothing that I can accomplish, nothing that I have done that I can do with Him, that He doesn't work it every step of the way. Even as a child, I look back sometimes and just go to the hospital. The parents couldn't stay with you when you were kids. They couldn't go home. I was very afraid. And I know there was someone there keeping encouraging me. So I never felt fear. I wasn't afraid. I would go and tell the doctors I wasn't sick. And my mom would say, you are. And I was just battling this fear in my heart. Determined. You're not going to win. I got this from a kid. And later on, I became doing something that I didn't know what to do. So as a result, I never allowed sickle cell to dominate my life. I dominated it. And I want to finish the little story about the boarding school. So when I graduated from the 6th grade, guidance counselor came and she said, we have this program for kids provided by boarding school. So so the first day of school, I thought I was teaching. And my guidance counselor, she laughed at me. She said, you can apply until 9th grade. So here I'm at 7th grade. What did I do? I became her best friend. I became her best friend. I ended up working for her after school. She was my first job. And when it was time to take the test, I knew about it. I took my friends. I said that always surprised me. I took my competition with me. But I felt there was something there for everybody. And so I did. I said, don't open it. When the letter comes, it says, I got this scholarship. Don't open it. So that came. And it was open before I got home. And I think that's when my mom said she started picking up. She's about all of this. Thank God my mom let me go. School was in upstate New York, and I made it through all the years without any hospitalization. I got sick my senior year, and that was because this teacher was just habit in my life. And I didn't know how to break him out of my life. I hadn't gotten into the real part of the word yet. But so the book is coming, and it doesn't have a title right now. It's a memoir, and I'm going to share the things that I did with sickle cell, with black pain, because that's there too, where teachers told me you're never right. They didn't know anything was wrong with me. They just look at you and think, oh, black person. And I'm like one of 5 kids in the class, and the first thing the teacher does is walk in the class and say, oh, you're going to be a writer. And I'm looking around trying to figure out, well, who is she talking to? And she's talking to me. But I decided to try one book. I love books. The first book I self-published. And before I could get it done, I sold it to a major publisher. Those are my books out there on the table. They're part of they're just fun stories. I really don't deal with sickle cell in them. And I was speaking to someone later, and I said that was because of my issue. I did do a book where I wanted to do this event for sickle cell, and I put a character in there that had it. And I got mail from someone, fan mail about that, which let me know there's a need. Everybody doesn't write, but so those letters stand for so many people. And so I'm going to share the book when you're ready. Give me your email address, and I'll make sure you find out when it's ready. And I shall live in that die, and so shall you.
Some of you were here yesterday and some were not, so I wanted to show a video, but I think she can't pull it up. You want me to help her?
Yeah. Where is it on the homepage?
SCDFOC.org.
Oh.
SCDFOC.org. So, again, my name is Sheila Simmons. Wonderful stories here. I'm speaking from a parent perspective. I have actually read Copeland's book, and it's an amazing book. I have a 20-year-old and a 14-year-old. There's a video right there. And I just want to kind of play in the background, but the purpose of showing you the video again for the ones who are not here is, as we're speaking about journaling, one of the ways that you can do that is, as she was speaking about, is audio, but also videography. I was able to take a traumatic situation, and I was blessed enough for Time Warner and Livestream to come in and videotape everything. But it wasn't that good without my pictures, because those were actual real pictures, and Dr. Raleigh can attest for this because she was there during that whole time. At that moment, only thing I could think of was journaling. I was not a writer back then. I just took pictures because if I was going to lose my son, I wanted to capture those last moments. And in the midst of everything, when he did make it through, the Time Warner was so amazed, and Livestream was so amazed that they came in and said, please allow us to do a documentary on your son. And I said, okay, only if I get to keep the rights. Because during that time, I wanted to take what was bad for me and turn it into something good and help others. But also, I wasn't sure if my son was going to make it, and I wanted to keep something for myself. But in return, what it did for him was he didn't remember anything because he was in a coma. And by having this video and captured everything, every doctor, every person you see in that video, Dr. Riley will tell you are my son's actual doctors, nurses, everything. So I was able to capture every moment for something for myself, but I was able for him to have something later to look back at now, to be able to say I overcame something and I wasn't even aware of what I went through. That's one way to document something. Another way to document something was, I have a 14-year-old daughter who has gone through a lot of pain. And 7th and 8th grade was her really toughest times, and she was a freshman now in high school. And I remember her used to tell me all the time, you know, people talk about me, I'm skinny, I don't get invited, you know, I have to go to school with lidocaine patches on my back and my leg. I have to sit in the front row, and I was hurt because I didn't know what to do as a mother to be able to help her. So in the midst of that, I took my pain and said, okay, why don't you take all of that and write a book? She says, Mom, you know, that was a year ago. She said, I'm 13 years, 12 years old. How am I going to write a book? I said, everybody has a story. I don't care who you are, we're all walking books. So it doesn't have to be so etiquette and so perfect. Let it be transparent, because that's the real person, that's the real you. And when you're transparent, you can really help people because they can relate to you. They can be able to see that truth. So I encouraged her to write the book the way she wanted to write it at her level. And she wrote this book, and this book is called Life Behind the Books. And it is available at Barnes & Noble and Amazon and other bookstores. And she wrote it, she published it. It is definitely her writing. She's an IB English student, so she writes very well, better than my book, trust me. But when she wrote this book and I looked at her titles of the chapters, as I looked at them, the titles were called Patched. She takes the purpose of having a lidocaine patch every day and say, I may put a patch on me for my pain, but a lot of people patch up their feelings and don't let them go. She has a chapter called Uninvited, when her friends don't invite her because they feel like she's going to run a party because she's going to get sick. But she says, I may not be invited to something, but they'll later come back and share with me everything, so I have the master to all the information without being there. Then the chapter that really got to me, I think, the most was the front row. I encourage my daughter to sit in the front row in class because I feel like you won't be distracted by what's behind you and you're focused on what's in front of you. It's okay to look back sometimes because that reminds you of where you come from. But right now you need to stay focused. And so she doesn't like sitting in the front row because her peers are like, why you're always sitting in the front row, something's wrong with you. So in this chapter, in the front row, she says, people look at me, there's something wrong with me, but I, number one, get to see what's on the teacher desk, what the teacher is getting to talk about. Number two, when the principal comes in the classroom to talk to the teacher, I get to hear everything. I get called on first, so she takes the negative and turns it into the positive. From her, I have learned with all of this is, wow, there's a lot going on in that little mind, right? So it helps me to relate to when I see other youth her age. I can be able to relate to them because I've read her book and I've taken her pain and I've looked at it, I've dissected it and say, I should be a little more understanding because they too have something going on in their head, right? So that's that book. Well, I was challenged myself because I've been married 30 years and I have a 28-year-old and a 14-year-old. So you can see there's a challenge, right? At 20 years old, I had my first child, being young, being married, and then finding out that my child has sickle cell, which I never knew what sickle cell was. I grew up in a predominantly white neighborhood. I was never in black schools. So it was total ignorance on my part. Thank God I had someone so great in my life like Mary Brown who helped me for many years and taught me things. But that personal side of it, I didn't have anyone because I'm the youngest out of 7 and I'm the only one with the trait. And I happened to marry my husband who has the trait and we have kids with full-blown sickle cell. So I've gone through a lot over the years with my kids, and at that time when I did that, there was a lot of guilt, because some people, even in my family, thought, why would you have another child once you've been through 14 years? At that time, my kids are 14 years apart with all of this. And I actually prayed with God to let my child be born with sickle cell, because I didn't want my kids to feel different or one feel superior than the other, because I was willing to embrace what was put before me, because the word says, greater is he that is in me than he is in the world. So therefore, I knew that if it was given to me, I'm already an overcomer. I just got to go through the process. So one day I was sitting and, I was dealing with all of this guilt, because I can't be weak in front of my kids. My husband and I, we have to go to our secret place and cry and go before the Lord, because if they see us weak, they're going to give up, right? So I can never really cry. So everyone sees me as a strong person, but believe it or not, I'm a little weak when it comes to certain things. And so I was challenged one day. The Lord came to me and said, I need you to write a book. And I said, I'm not a writer. How do I write a book? What do I have to say? He says, well, you got a lot of information, you got a lot of hurt, but that hurt is not for you, it's for someone else. It's to help other people to be encouraged and to overcome, and to know that everything that you've gone through and everything that they're going through, they already came out of it, but they don't see themselves out of it. So with that being said, you have 3 different ways that we have journaled. I come from a parent perspective. My kids come from a person with sickle cell, but each one of us have learned from one another, because my children were able to see my weakness. I had people come to me who I went to personally before I released the book to say, read this, and said, you're very vulnerable, you're transparent, you shouldn't do that, because we all know you as a strong person. I said, well, it's not about me, it's about other people. So I truly encourage each one of you, whether you're an advocate, whether you're a spouse, whether you're a teenager, you're a parent, write that or journal that. I see people, sometimes I scroll through on Facebook and I see people document their pain. Everyone is different. I had to go to my son after this was done almost a year ago and say, give us permission to release it. Because it wasn't just about me, it was about, him releasing his vulnerability to people. When I see people on Facebook, it hurts me, because I do know what they go through, because I'm that parent on that side of it. But at the same time, I read comments and people say, why are you releasing this? Why are you being vulnerable? I encourage you to continue to do that if you're one of those people, because for the 10 people that are telling you don't do it, even if you have one, you've made a difference. And so that's what you have to look at. And for me, when I go back and I have my days to where I'm dealing with a lot of pain, believe it or not, I go right to their website and I push their video and I watch it for 2 minutes and 43 seconds. You know why? Because it actually strengthens me, because it shows me where I was weak, and it shows me where I was strong, and it shows me what I'm going through now that I can overcome. So journaling is a good thing to do, because it can allow you to look back at where you were and press forward to where you want to go. So I encourage you to do that. God bless you all, and that's it.